Namaste everyone. If you are a business owner where customers call to book appointments like dental clinics, law firms, salons, HVAC companies, you're losing money right now and you probably don't even know how much. Here's the reality. Every missed call is a lead that goes to your competitor. Every voicemail that doesn't get returned fast enough is revenue you will be never seeing again. And if you are relying on human receptionists who work 9 to 5, you are leaving around 40% of your inbound opportunities on the table. I am Jaiyash and I am going to fix this issue using AI voice agents in this video. These are fully conversational AI systems that sound like human, understand context, and book appointment directly into your calendar 24/7, even when you are closed. In this video, I am building one live for dental practices. You'll exactly see how it handles patient calls, book appointments, and even deals with objections. And if you're thinking this sounds complicated, it's not. I'll show you. And first, I'll show you a demo and then I'll be walking through the complete build. I'm going to talk with the agent and I'll be showing you all the 3 use cases where I'll be able to book a new schedule, reschedule, and cancel existing booking.
Hey, this is Emily from Blue Dental Clinic. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi Emily. I would like to get a new booking scheduled.
Great, I can help you with that. Can you please tell me your first and last name?
Yeah, it's Josh Mo.
Thanks, Josh. Could you please spell out your email address for me just so I get it right?
Yeah, it's josh@gmail.com.
Perfect, thanks for that. Could you let me know what insurance provider you have?
Yeah, it's Redcare.
Awesome. And what's the reason for your visit? For example, is it a routine cleaning, tooth pain, consultation, or something else?
Yeah, it's just a routine checkup.
Thanks, Josh. When would you like to come in for your routine checkup? Just let me know a date and time that works for you, and I'll check if we've got that slot open.
How about if I could get a booking for next Tuesday around 11 a.m.?
One moment. Josh, next Tuesday at 11 a.m. is available for your routine checkup. Would you like me to go ahead and book that for you?
Oh, yes, please.
You're all set, Josh. Your routine checkup is booked for next Tuesday at 11 a.m. If you need to reschedule or have any other questions, just let me know. Looking forward to seeing you at the clinic.
I would like to reschedule the same because I think I wouldn't be able to make at the time that I said.
No worries, Josh. Let's get that sorted for you. Can you please spell out your email once more just so I can make sure I pull up the right booking?
Yeah, it's josh@gmail.com.
Thanks for spelling that out, Josh. Please wait for a moment while I check your booking details. All right, I found your appointment for next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Would you still like to move ahead with rescheduling? If yes, just let me know your new preferred date and time and I'll check the availability for you.
Yeah, I would like to get it booked for the same day around 3 p.m.
Hold on a sec. You're all set, Josh. Your appointment's now rescheduled for next Tuesday at 3 p.m. instead of 11 a.m. If you need to change anything else, just let me know.
Oh yeah, sorry. I would like to cancel it out because I got to know that I won't be able to attend on the Tuesday.
No worries at all, Josh. Can you please spell out your email once again for me just so I have the right one to cancel your booking?
Yeah, it's josh@gmail.com.
Thanks for that, Josh. Please wait for a moment while I check for your booking and get that canceled for you. All right, I found your booking for next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Just to confirm, are you sure you'd like to cancel this appointment? And if you don't mind me asking, is there any particular reason for the cancellation?
Yeah, I would like to cancel it. And the reason is that I got to know that I have some other work on Tuesday and so I wouldn't be able to make it.
All right, Josh, your appointment for next Tuesday at 3 p.m. is officially canceled. Thanks for letting me know the reason. Totally get it. Life gets busy. If you ever want to rebook or need anything else, just reach out. Hope your week goes smoothly.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, Josh. If you ever need anything or want to book again, just give us a shout. Take care and have a great day.
So yeah, so you guys saw that I was able to book a new schedule, reschedule the booking, and also cancel it at the same time. And I just went with it in a one go, where you can do it in like part wise, or like even call sometime later anytime, and you can do the same. So first we'll First, we'll create the workflow, where I am currently using two workflows. And the first workflow is about to check the calendar to check if there is an availability of the time that the user has asked about. We'll first build the N8N workflow, where we'll be checking the same. And for the booking system, I'm currently using the cal.com. And for it, you can use the cal.com API. So here's the API documentation, and it's not that something very difficult to go through, where like usually I used an AI for it, and so I just tend to use Claude, and I just to provide with the API documentation and say what's my need and if I'm stuck, and it just provides me with the solution and the way to proceed with. So here's the first workflow that we'll be building. It's a really simple workflow, and the first node is the webhook node, where I just attach the webhook, and I'll be calling the webhook using the WAPI. And in the WAPI, I have given the same in the tools, where this is the check calendar availability, and this is the second workflow, which I'll be showing you. Just show you up here. So yeah, this is the second workflow, where this is the whole workflow which manages booking, rescheduling, and cancel. It may seem a bit complicated, but it's like really simple, and I'll be guiding you through the same. And also I'll be providing with the JSON file in the description below. Now we'll move forward with the calendar check availability one, and we'll create the same. So the first node is the webhook node, where you can just click tab, and you'll be getting the nodes to select from. And you just type webhook and just select the webhook. It's a very simple one, and I'll be just guiding you through. First, I'll build it, and then I'll guide you through how you can set it up in WAPI and call this webhook. Next would be the edit field, where it's also called the set node. If I just grab it, you can just set it. Like this is used to just get the data accordingly and whatever is needed, and just pass down the data that is most required and leaving out all the irrelevant data. Here I have taken the booking time, and I guess it would be the best thing for me to show you guys with the data. So these are the executions that I have ran today, just to check, and I'll just copy the data to the editor so that we'll be able to go through the same. So first the webhook is being called, and I've just given the booking timing as an output body, where it just says next Tuesday around 3 p.m. And in the set field, I just take this booking time and just drop it up here, like saying in the manual mapping. We'll select manual mapping, and then I'll just drop it here and give it a name according, like a variable name according to my need, and proceed with that. The next thing would be to use a basic LLM, where I can just type basic LLM, or even you can use an AI agent. You just save, and if you choose an AI agent, so yeah. So if you choose an AI agent, you'll see that this AI agent is up here. You can also use that, but I don't think it's kind of necessary. the basic LLM gets the thing done because we are just changing the time that we get. Just set the time and we are just converting that time up from the date and day to a standard ISO format. And here's the basic LLM, and just define the user message below. Select this one and I just expand it so that we could see the prompt. So I've just said that your task is just to take the customer's requested appointment time and accurately convert into date and time format using, and while comparing it to the current time, where the current date and time has been provided up here, where it's just simple that you just type now, typing dollar and the now. So this gives the current time and date when the workflow will be executed. And below we are just going to attach a model where I have already set up an Open Router account, where it's just simple that you need to head to Open Router. And the reason for me to use the Open Router is that I'm able to choose from different models while just using a single API, where I don't need to set up different AI models and set up different API keys. I can have just one setup and one API key to use from different models available. So you just need to sign up and just sign up and provide with the like get some credits, and you will be able to get the key, like the API key, where if I just show you, I can show up here. Here's the keys. So here's the keys that I have. Like you can always create a new key where first you need to have credits. Okay. And I'm just selecting the basic model, OpenAI GPT 4.1 mini, where it just need to convert the date and time to standard ISO format. So the next node would be the date and time format, where I'm just taking the following text and converting that to format that I want, where it is like date and only date, because when I'll be calling the Cal API, I just need to get all the available slots throughout the day. So yeah, you can just say like date and time, and you can just set it up. It's the simple thing. Format a date. Yeah, you can just set it up. The next thing would be an API call, where I just say HTTP request. And if I just make an HTTP request, so the setting is like this, where you can just refer to the documentation, but I guess you will be going through the whole documentation as we'll be building along. So the URL, it is the api.cal.com version 2 and slots. And for this, you don't need any authentication, where I have provided with an event type ID, like for which event type I want all the bookings. So I just need to head to bookings and I'll just select all the event types. And suppose that I say like I have currently enabled different kind of meeting, and I just name it a secret meeting, nothing else. It's just for the namesake. So here I have enabled the AI requirement elicitation one, where I'm using the event type ID of this one. To get the event type ID, you just need to head to the address bar and you will be able to find the event type ID up here, which is mine is 1569295, and you can just copy that. And after copying that, here's the query parameters you need to send. And this is being documented in the cal.com API doc, where if I say key, if I need the slots, and I just select for get slots and get organization, yeah, get available time slots. So here's the documentation where they have provided with what's the call and what are the header section, what are the query parameters and all different things. So it's the same. So we'll just get the method to for the API call will be get, as we are trying to get the information. And this is the start date where I'll just take this format date and have this value up here, and like this way. You just say, you can just drag and drop it. And the next one would be the end parameter, like what's the end date, what's the event type ID, which you can copy it from there. And the time zone, for me it's like Asia and Kolkata, where you can also keep it dynamic and you can also fetch it from the WAPI, but I have just kept it simple. And the next thing would be the header parameters, where we are specifying using the fields below, and for that we just need to provide with the Cal API version, and there is no need for user authentication up in this workflow, but yeah, we'll be needing the same in the other workflow for rescheduling, booking, and canceling. So we'll check the available slots, and the next one is a code node, where in this code node I have generated this code using AI, and I use Claude for it, where I just took the data up here, where I can just take it in table format and even in JSON format. So I just copied the data and just put it in Claude, saying that I need to format it only, and I just only need the time strings, and thus it generated a code, and I tested out, and it was able to get me the time strings for all the different ones. Next node will be again the API call, where we are trying to get all the busy slots and trying to get what are the slots that have been already booked. And for this, we need to, I guess, we'll be needing the authorization. And for the authorization, you just need to head over to Cal. And heading over to Cal, you just go to your profile section. From the profile section, you will be able to go to your API section. And for the API, you just need to add an API, give it a name, and you can also give it an expiration date, and just get that authorization key, like the API key, and you just save it. I'm not going to save it because I've already made many API endpoints. So in this is the same, we are trying to get the busy slots, where this is also an HTTP request. If you say HTTP request, I'll just change the name so that it's better understanding, for the better understanding. And this is the URL where API call, like API cal.com version 2 calendars. And we just need to get the busy times, where I have not set the authentication, where I could set the authentication, but I am setting the authentication using the header parameters, where the query parameters is just the same. I'm just going to expand it, where you have to keep it as an expression, where you have to keep the expression in this in most of the cases to get the dynamic data, like to set the dynamic data. And here, this is the date and time converted, where I'll be just putting it up here in the query parameters. And this is already been given. And yeah, there's one more thing, where this time in this query, to get the busy slots, you also need to have a credential ID. It's a calendar thing, where you just need to get a calendar. It's kind of a calendar ID, where the best possible way that I was able to find to get the calendar ID was by using Postman. And you just head over to Postman, and I've already installed it, where even you can head over to a new tab and go to Postman and just sign up and everything. And after you sign up, you'll be able to see an interface like this, where you will be able to test the API call, where Postman is a platform where you create API like you do API development and test your API. So I'll just open my app, just close it. And in my app, you just have to go to collections. Okay. And you can just create a new request. That's the simplest way, where I already have a request, where for me the request is just to get the this calendars to load and then credential ID. So for that, you just need to provide with this URL, and you just need to head over to the header section, and you just need to provide with the if you just write authorization, you'll just get that. And you need to have this format where the format to type in the API key is like writing bearer space and that API key. This is the API key. And the next thing is you just need to type the content type and application/JSON, and next you just send it, and then you'll be getting the request. And in the request, you'll be able to find the credential ID, where here's the credential ID. So I just need to copy this one, and I'll just close it. Just copy this one and just type it here, so that you're able to get all the busy slots. And similarly, you need to send header parameters, where it's the same. You need to type in authorization, where here there isn't any need to type bearer, where you can just directly put in your API key. So yeah, after that, you will be getting what are some of the calendars that have been booked up. And node is the code node, where we are just getting the busy slots into an array. And similarly, I generated this code using an AI, where I just gave it out this data in the table or JSON. Like you can just copy the JSON and say that I want this data to be converted into an array. And from that array, the next code node, we are just trying to get the busy slots in a list format, where we can just give out that list to the LLM appears, which is the next node. In this next node, we are just giving a basic LLM, and we are just saying it, okay, your task is to check the availability based on the requested time slot, and the list of data will be given, where there are like what are the available time slot through the whole day, and what are the busy time slots. And then after that, you just need to provide with this prompt, where I'll be providing you with the prompt, where I've optimized this prompt using AI. And here I have given the requested time slot from the basic LLM chain, the one which is in ISO format, and the available slots, which I have converted the available slots. And from here, I have just take the time strings, where you can see it is item.json.time strings. And similarly, I have given the busy slots conversation, where similarly I have converted the same data into time strings, and I'll be providing with the time strings to check what are the busy slots. And next, I have converted the same into JSON, where like I need to provide the response to the webhook in a proper JSON format. And thus I've said, okay, like just take this and provide it with the JSON format, where it is a text. And if I execute it, it will just provide with the response in text. Next, it just gives back if the time is available, if the time is not available, and what are the other available timings nearby, and just responds to the webhook. And the webhook is the chat interface or the voice interface at web. We'll be heading to our second build, where the second build is about building the whole calendar system, where the calendar system handles all the new bookings, the rescheduling, and the canceling of the appointments. And so once again, here first we'll be getting a webhook, and for the webhook I have already got a pinned data, so that I could show you how you would be getting around with this one. This is the request that I made earlier, where I wanted to reschedule. So yeah, next one would be the date converter, where we are again converting the requested date into a standard ISO UTC format. So here's the prompt for it, and I have given the now date and the booking timing, where I want to see if there is a booking existing with the caller's name and details. Next, we will be getting with the email analyzer where we are getting the email and we are getting to convert it into a perfect email. So you can see if we have written it like because the voice agent VAPI is only able to capture emails in kind of words, not individual characters. So we'll be using an AI to convert that into a proper email format. And here you can see that we have written josh@gmail.com, where it will be able to convert the email into a proper, like, where it will be able to convert the text into a proper email format. And here again, I am using the OpenAI chat model, where you can use the open router model. For this one, you need to set up the credentials, and the only thing you need is an API key, where you can just get it by OpenAI API. If you just stop it, like type it, and you just need to go to the platform.openai. Now I have logged into the OpenAI platform. Now I just need to head over to the settings. In the settings, you will be able to go up here in the API key. And in the API key, you can see that I have many API keys that I have set up. And you just need to create a new API key where you can name it anything and just create the secret key, and you just need to copy that. Copy that and just paste it here. Also, just remember that you need to add some credits in the same, where I guess I'll be running on low credits as of right now. Yeah, I have to recharge again. You have to make sure that you have some added credits so that you will be able to make use of the OpenAI API and use the ChatGPT models. Now I have already set it up, and you'll be able to see in different models I can choose many different models of OpenAI, where I'm currently going with ChatGPT 4.1 mini because it's just a relatively simpler task, even for the email analyzing and date converting, where date converter is the same. And here we'll be again using a set node, and we'll be setting the variables according to our need, where here we'll be putting the name, email, time zone, the booking type, and the time of booking. Okay, so try to execute this step. See an output. Yeah, so we have got time, booking type, time zone, email. Where this booking type I'll be showing you later in this module how to set it up in VAPI. Anyways, if you're getting any kind of value from this video, then I would really appreciate you guys like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. You know the drill. So the next node will be the switch node, where we'll be setting up the conditions where I just showed you, where we can use different switch, where we'll be adding like routing rules. And I'll just delete this one. So I have added different kinds of rules up here, where the rule that we are going to set the variable upon is going to be the booking type, where if the booking type is equal to new, then it will take another way, like it will follow the another route, where if the booking type is reschedule one, like it's equal to reschedule, then we'll take another route, and so on, where I'll be showing you what the different route goes and what the output of the same. So here I have set around 5 rules. 5 rules is just for one new booking, where I have set reschedule here, where to check if there is a booking existing in the user's name. And then after getting the username and saving it up in a Google Sheets, we'll be confirming the reschedule, and we'll be using one of the data from the sheets to run the workflow again and then confirm the reschedule. And then there is again cancel, where I have to check if there is a data exist, and once the data existence is confirmed, we'll be canceling, we'll be moving to cancel 2. So this will be set later in the VAPI, and I'll show you how you can set that up. And here first, if we want to get a new booking, we'll just put in a post request, and this is the URL, and This is the credential type where I have given I think I have saved up here the credential header auth connection. If I just check it, there is a connection. Yeah, it's just the same thing I have shown in this video earlier, where you need to just type in your API key in, like, getting it from cal.com or any kind of booking or calendar scheduling tool, where you can also use Google Calendars or cal.com and Calendly or any kind of booking and scheduling system. So I have already set it up where you don't need to do that, where you can also set it as a header parameter and just typing in the name section as authorization and the bearer space your cal API key. And this will confirm your new booking, where in here I have given the header parameters different thing, where if we go in the JSON, like in the body, we'll just open it and you will be able to see that the starting date is the JSON time of booking, which has been requested by the user, and the name and the email, which I'm taking as a variable from the webhook data, where I can just take the webhook data and just take it up here and just replace the same, where I'm currently not going to do that, but you will be able to do that. And getting the time from the date converter, where is this the booking time that we want to get. So this will confirm the booking, and after the booking I have just set the status, where I am just, after this it will just give out a status as success. If I have set an if node up here, if the status is success, then it will move ahead with the webhook saying that it was able to book, or else it will say there was some kind of error, and where we will be able to try through the whole workflow again. But it doesn't occur to me, it's just that I have added an error handling node in the end. After that, we'll be going to the rescheduling one, where we are trying to get the bookings of the same. And here we're going to get use the get method. And in the get method, we are going to, in the after star, we are just going to say the time of booking, where it's the date. And as I earlier mentioned, that you can get the event type ID from the cal booking section. You just go here and just show it again. So here's the event ID, where you'll be getting the bookings for. Okay. Yeah, so after getting the bookings, as you can see, I was telling earlier, you can type in the authorization and give the API key up here. Once this is set, I'm also using a merge node so that I'll be able to compare from the data that I have been getting, and compare by the name and email the data from the data that I'll be getting through the API. And for that, I'm using the code node, where I have generated this code using the Claude, or you can use any AI. Just say that. Even sometimes you can ask AI, which N8N has their own AI, but I have not seen it working really well sometimes. So you just give in the data and say that I need to compare it, and just write me a JavaScript code for the same. And after getting that, I'll just respond it to webhook saying, okay, I found your booking and would you like to go ahead with the same thing, and all this sort of stuff, where if you're not able to find, then it will just say it was not able to find. Regarding the same, I got to know one of the edge cases where if we are not able to find the data, I didn't set a respond for the same, and now I have set the respond for the same, where after after I've merged the data, and after merging, I'll compare the data if there exists a booking for the same. And after booking for the same, there will be a response from the JSON saying that if the query was found or not, which will be similar to the one here. It will be saying that it was found false and there was no matches, where if they would be able to find a match, then it will let you know the ID, the booking ID, the title, the description, and all sort of thing. and then you would be able to move ahead with the respond up here where these responds are kind of same. And I've set the if node where if the json.found is equal to where I've set it a boolean expression is equal to true, then it moves ahead to respond with the webhook, and I have set a response body with the JSON expression where I have said, okay, this is the booking that I found and the time, and what time would you like to reschedule it to. And after that, there's booking ID, UID, which I'll be using it to append to a sheet so that I can fetch that record and reschedule it using an HTTP request in the next go. And now I'll be showing you how you can set up a Google Sheet. Seeing this different screen where last time I had to connect with different things. So here are my accounts, and I'll just try to get on with an account and we'll see about it. Okay, it is asking me, it has some access already, yeah. If I connect it, I guess they have made it much more seamless where earlier it was not a thing. But yeah, I'll just delete this one because I already have a connection. But after that, we'll just append the same and it will confirm from the user if they like to reschedule the same. And thus we'll move ahead with the rule number 3, that once the user has confirmed, okay, like the data has been found and it is on so and so date, would you like to reschedule? Then the WAPI would be sending a booking type variable as rescheduled to. And once then I'll just type sheets, and from sheets I'll just get row sheets where I've already connected and you'll also select the document where I have different documents up here where I'll select the YouTube video just for the showing, and I'll just select the bookings, and thus it will be able to get the data from it. But I'll just after confirming the sheets, we'll be appending the data into the sheets where we'll be using the name, email, and booking ID where it's the UID that we want to match up, because we'll be able to use the UID in the next run, where we'll be fetching the data from the sheets to reschedule the same booking using the booking ID, and we'll also be using the booking type. And after that, in the switch node, we'll just confirm from the user that he would like to proceed ahead with the reschedule, and then it will run again where he will be providing with a new date, and the email will be the same as we'll be getting the UID. And after that, we'll just move ahead and fetch the data from get rows and sheet where we'll be using just sheets, and from that we'll just try to get data. And you can just set it up where I have already set it up, and I showed you how you can set it up where I'll be just choosing a document where it is YouTube video, and from that I'll just set up the bookings. And once that is set, you can just add the same. And after that, I'll be just comparing the email that we have got from the switch node, which will be getting up this email, it's same as if one of in the rows, where you can also save the data in the rows if you want. You have multiple bookings, where in this one I am deleting the data. It's just that I chose where you can just remove this module if you want. That's all. And after the confirmation, it will just move ahead with the thing. And here, as you can see, the URL is kind of different where we need to provide with the booking ID, which we have saved, which is like booking UID. And I've also set the header auth where authentication, and in the parameters, in the body parameters, I'm sending the date and time of the reschedule new time, where I'm just getting the time of booking. And after that request has been made and it has been rescheduled, the data from the sheets will be deleted, where I'll be confirming that the JSON row number, because I have only kept one row for the data, where you can just remove it and just keep the data in flow. And you can also just delete it by the name and email, using the data with the name and email. And if not, then we will be able to error handle saying that we weren't able to book. Goes the same for cancellation, where I'm just getting data with all the upcoming bookings, and just I've also set the authorization up here where I can also choose the same, but I have kept it varied so that I can show you multiple things, and I'm merging the data so that I will be able to compare the same. And I have merged the data that I'll be getting from the switch node, which is being sent by WAPI, and the data that I'll be getting from the HTTP request, saying what are the bookings that has been like, which will be occurring from, which are like upcoming bookings. And then I'll just compare the data and we'll see that if there is a match being found, and if there's a match being found, it will be shown up here. And once the match being found, I'll just say if the match being found is true, then it will just, I'll just move ahead with the ask. We'll ask them again, would they like to move ahead with the cancellation, and are they sure of it, or would they like to reschedule the same, so that I'm not losing out on the customer. And I'll just save that data in the sheet as I showed you, where I'll be saving the name, email, and the booking ID, which is the UID, like it's a unique booking ID of scheduled appointment, and the booking type, where the booking type will be used to confirm that we are just making the right request. And after that, we'll just get it the webhook, and it will ask the user would they like to move ahead with the cancellation. And once they are confirmed with the cancellation, we'll be fetching the data, where we'll be fetching the booking type, and the value should be cancelled, where I'm just placed out filters in the whole sheet so that we will be able to get the data. And after that, I'll be just comparing the email which we'll be getting from the switch node to confirm, like we'll compare that to the rows to get the email. And also the booking type starts with C, which leads to cancellation, where I could also type cancellation. And once it's confirmed, it will move ahead with the request, where in this query URL itself will be providing with the variable of booking ID to cancel it. And as in this one, I have used a header auth. You also need to provide with the CAD API version, and you also need to provide with the body content, where the cancellation reason is just state it as user requested cancellation. It's just that I have kept it for the data. And after that, I just move ahead and delete the data from the sheet. So yeah, this was the whole build around with this. And now I'll be showing you how you can set this up in WAPI. And we'll head over to WAPI, where I have used this whole prompt, where it sets the identity, the style, the response guideline, what's the task and role. And also I have break down different tasks by step so that it doesn't hallucinate, where I have given the task breakdown to follow the booking appointment flow, to reschedule booking flow, to cancellation booking flow, and I've also provided with the notes. But this is the easy part where you can find it, but we'll go to tools because we have to set the requests. So after going to the tools, what we have to do is, for the webhook, that you are building the scenario, you just need to get the test URL so that you can test out using dummy data every time, and you don't have to go back and forth with the request. And after just copying the URL, what we'll do is we'll just go to WAPI, and I just need to create a new tool. And for the new tool, I'll just be saying an API request. And after setting an API request, I'll be getting a interface like this, where I'll be setting the tool name. And the tool that I'll be currently setting is the ultimate booking system, which handles all the new rescheduling and canceling booking. And after that, we'll just put in the URL up here, and we'll also give it a slight description so that the AI can understand when it needs to call the tool. So that I've said, call this tool whenever the user wants to book a new appointment, cancel an existing appointment, or reschedule an appointment. And the request will be post, whereas we are posting a request to the webhook up here. And so here are some of the request body parameters where I'll be passing on the body request, and I will show you. I just typed it up here, name, and which will be a string, and by default I've just given a Don, like John Doe. This is the name of the user that want to book or cancel or reschedule an appointment. Once I have done, I'm going to do the same, where in the email I have given a description that the email of the users who want to book or cancel the reschedule his appointment and all sort of stuff. Don't format it by itself because it can be erroneous, where I would like to format the email later on in the N8N scenario itself. That's one of the important thing. And after that, you can just choose to set the time zone and the booking time, where similarly, I have said that just pass the query. Like for example, if the user asks tomorrow 2 p.m., today 1 p.m., Monday 5 p.m., 17 miles or something, just pass that query as it is. Okay. And after that, I have set the booking type, where this is one of the required one, where suppose the booking type, if the user is trying to get a new booking, then the output should be new, where I've set it. And if the user is trying to reschedule, then the output should be reschedule. And when the new reschedule date and time has been confirmed, then you should type with reschedule to. That's the reason where in the switch node we were trying to switch different, like set with different rules, where I was setting the booking type as reschedule, reschedule to, cancel, cancel to, and new. Where I think now I would be able to find a better way, but I just thought of going with this. I think WAPI has come up with an update, and I'll be able to go up with a different route. But at that time where I was building it, I just went with this, and it has been like more than accurate. So if the user is trying to cancel an existing appointment, output as cancel, where I'll just put it in quotes, double quotes. And when the user has confirmed that they are sure and would like to cancel, then we'll like give the booking output as cancel too. Where I'll also put it in double quotes, and I'll apply the same. And it's just that, and you just save it, and after saving, I'll just save it, yeah. And it's setting up one of the scenarios where you just need to head over to the another scenario where you will be using the calendar check. And for the calendar check, while you are building it out, you just use the test URL, and once it's ready, you use the production URL. Just remember that. While I have used the production URL as it is ready, where I'll just say the check calendar, where I'll just create a new tool. We'll move ahead with that, where I'll say this check calendar availability, call this API to get information on the availability of bookings. And I'll just set the URL, where I'll be just setting the URL, and the request HTTP method request will be post again. And this time the request body that I'll be passing on is just only the booking time, nothing else, where I've said key this is where the booking time. And for example, if the user says tomorrow 2 p.m., next Monday, and all sort of things, I'm just passing the booking time, as we only want to check the availability. And that's it. That's an AI receptionist that never sleeps, never misses a call, and books appointments while you're literally doing anything else. Now, here's what most people do after watching a video like this. They think that's cool, close the tab and forget about it tomorrow. Don't do that. Here's what you should do instead. If you want to build this yourself, I've put together all the files in the description below, the prompt, the workflow, the calendar integration, all of it in the description. Grab it, follow the steps, and you'll have this running in your business. And if you're thinking, I don't have time to build this, or I just need it done, I get it. That's literally what I do. I build these systems for businesses like yours. And if you want me to set this up, customize it for your industry, and hand it to you ready to go, click the consultation link in the description. We'll hop on a call. I'll understand your business and we'll get this live for you. Either way, do something, because every day you wait is another day your competitor is answering calls you're missing. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.